Have you ever stayed at someone's house and wondered, am I being a good guest? Now let's talk about some do's and don'ts of being the kind of guest your host actually wants to invite back into their homes. But before we go into today's video, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, now will be a very good time for you to hit that subscribe button and the bell just right beside it so you can get instantly notified whenever we upload a new video, especially if leveling up is important to you. You know, we're all about the leveling up life in this community, so be a part of us and join us today. And then, of course, if you haven't subscribed to our email list yet, I'll tell you that you're missing out on a whole lot. A lot happens in there, and the valuable information that I share as well on leveling up in different areas of your life that I don't share on any other platform. So you want to click the link now in the description box down below and join the email list so you can get all the emails that I send out to the email list subscribers. With that being said, let's get into today's video, shall we? This video should have actually gone up sooner. It's the holiday season. The holidays are actually almost over. And I know that a lot of people are visiting friends, families, loved ones this holiday season. So I thought that it would be nice to just come share some house guest etiquette that you should live by just in case you go visiting a person this holiday season. And this etiquette that I'm sharing today is not only for when you visit them this holiday season, it works for whenever you visit anybody all year round. When you know you're going to someone's house, every etiquette I'm going to be sharing with you here today applies. So this video is going to be evergreen and I want you to pay very close attention. Now I'm sure you're wondering, Winifred, why are you sharing house guest etiquettes? Don't you think that people already know what you're supposed to do? My darlings, not everybody knows what they're supposed to be doing because I've actually experienced a house guest who was the most terrible house guest I've ever had, and I regret inviting them over to my house. Like I was literally praying for them to go. And ever since they left, anytime they tell me they want to come back and visit, I'd be like, no, I'm not around, I'm not available, something is happening, because they were a lot. So I want to share with you the a lot that they wear so that you do not perform the same mistakes when you go visiting somebody else, okay? The very first one that I've put down here on my list is you have to let your host know in advance of your visits. Don't just show up unannounced. Don't just show up unannounced. It is rude. Those of you who just say, oh, I'm going to my uncle's house, I'm going to my auntie's house, I'm going to my friend's house, I'm going to my sister's house, without informing them or pre-informing them of your arrival, I think it's very rude. Especially in today's times that we live in, where people literally have to plan for their everyday. The foods that they eat, the time of day that they eat, when they are going to be around, electricity, they're planning so many things. So you can't just show up and expect that they're going to be happy to see you without you telling them. They need to prepare for your arrival. And what if they don't even want you there at the time? Maybe they're dealing with a family crisis or a family situation or an issue, and they don't want any intruders or they don't want their space invaded, and you just show up. If you show up at my doorstep without being invited, to be honest with you, as somebody who has set healthy boundaries, I'm going to turn you back. Yes, I'll be like, what's up, why? Unless there is an emergency and my house was the only place that you found that you could come to. And your explanation must be very good enough. But don't just wake up and say you're packing your bags to go to someone's house. Don't do that. That's absolutely unacceptable and totally wrong. A simple text, an email, and give them advance notice. So if you wanted to visit them on the 20th of a particular month, start telling them from the 10th or the 5th so that they can make ample preparations and arrangements for you to make your stay pleasant, okay? The second house guest etiquette you must abide by this holiday season and any season of the year is bring something with you when you visit. Don't go to people's houses empty-handed. This one needs no explanation. It shows that you're thoughtful, it shows that you pay attention, it shows that you are intentional, and it shows that you're somebody who actually cares about them. So bring something with you. It can be a bottle of wine. What is that thing that they like so much? Buy them a basket of fruits if they're healthy eaters. What do they like? Buy it for them, bring it with you when next you're going to visit them, okay? The next house guest etiquette you must abide by when you go visit a person is when you first arrive, please be very observant to notice how things are done. Then you can proceed to ask questions to gain better clarity. Don't just come and lose your consciousness and awareness. No. The minute you step into the door, let your sixth sense be activated. Start observing. What does the house look like? Don't come to an organized house with your scattered self and you enter the house and the next thing is you throw your bag to one side. You fling your shoe to one side. You fling another part of yourself to another side. And before you know it, you've left litters around a clean and an organized space that you come into. So when you come into the person's house, be observant. Watch. Pay attention to the mood of the room. Pay attention to the vibe. Pay attention. You need to pay attention. It's not your house. The rules of your house don't apply over here. In someone else's territory, the rules of their house applies. And this is what now leads me to my next point. Abide by the house rules. You can abide by the house rules. You would know the house rules, first of all, when you pay attention and are observant, and then you ask questions for clarity. And then when they give you the rules, don't start carrying face or becoming, making them feel like they have no rights to give you rules. No. When they give you the rules, you know the rules, abide by the rules. Remember, it's not your territory. It's not your house. In this territory, you abide by my rules. So for example, if they don't like loud volumes, don't watch the TV on the loudest volume. Watch it at a minimum reasonable volume. If they don't like eating in the bedroom, why would you want to break the rule by going to eat, taking food into the bedroom, whatever bedroom it is? Why would you want to do that? If they don't like you wearing the shoes that you wore outside, inside the house, remove the shoes by the door and wear the shoes that they provide or the slippers they provide for you inside the house. Abide by the house rules. It's that simple. So remove your shoes at the door if it's mandated. Don't get offended if they tell you not to put your feet on their couch. Do you understand? Because when the couch is dirty and you're gone, they are the ones who become saddled with the responsibility of cleaning and taking care of the couch. When you're gone, that will cost them time. That will cost them money. So be sensitive enough to abide by their house rules. That will show them that you're a very respectful person. And the next time you tell them you want to come over, they will say, come quick, 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 quick. I want you here. They'll be happy to have you. But when you tell somebody that you want to come to their house and they're reluctant to give you the go-ahead, just know that you have not been a good house guest in the past. So change your ways, okay? Before we go on with the video, remember that the Art of Speaking course is still very much available for anyone who wants to level up in their communication skills, who wants to speak more eloquently and effectively, who wants to communicate their thoughts and their ideas and their feelings in the most effective manner for their listeners to understand. This course is definitely for you. So click the link in the description box down below to find out more about the course and how you can access it today. Let's get right back into the video, shall we? This next one, guys, please, if you didn't know, just in case you don't pay electricity bills, I'm telling you today, electricity costs a lot of money. Please and please be very mindful of your electricity usage when you visit somebody's home. Electricity costs a lot of money. Just because you're not the one paying the bills and you don't know how much it costs, doesn't mean you shouldn't be mindful of the electricity usage, that you don't leave the AC on when you know that it can be shut off. Turn off lights. It's not necessary to have lights on if you don't or if you're not using them. The water heater, don't leave it on once you're done. Turn it off. You're ironing your clothes. Iron with speed. Quick, quick. Hurry up. Save them costs by being sensitive. And when they know that you're sensitive to these things, they are excited to have you come over, come spend time with them. And it's very insensitive of you not to be mindful and sensitive of these things. So remember, just because you're not the one paying the bills doesn't mean that the bills aren't being paid. Someone is paying the bills from their pocket. And again, I'm telling it to you, electricity costs so much money these days. So please and please and please be mindful of your electricity usage when you visit someone's home this holiday season or throughout the year, okay? This next house guest etiquette, very important as well. And it's simply offer to help around the house as much as possible. Even when your host says not to worry, still insists. Okay, still insist that you want to help. This one needs no explanation. Tidy up around the house. Take the initiative and clean, maybe sweep the floors. Arrange the house in the morning. Do the dishes without being told. Wash their cars if they have one. maybe bath their children, dress them up for school, ask questions, do the laundry. What can you do to make their lives a whole lot easier? I promise you, those hosts will want you back in their house. So take the initiative and offer to help around the house, okay? This next one. This one, I'm about to break and shatter the whole table. And I'm going to do it with reckless abandon. Please, when you visit somebody in their houses, don't be a glutton, okay? Don't finish their food, even though they are very liberal about it. Don't finish the food. Okay? Don't eat the last piece of meat in the pot. Don't finish the juice that they kept in the fridge. You drink the last one without even asking. Maybe they have said, feel free. Don't feel free. Okay? Don't feel free. Please maintain caution. Don't be a glutton and finish everything in the house just because they're liberal hosts. And then once in a while, buy things. You're going out, come back and bring something along with you. A packet of water, a bottle of juice, something. Bring something with you. Buy them dinner for the day. Be thoughtful. Buy the grocery you know has finished. Maybe you regularly would take milk every morning and you notice that the milk they have is running out. Go into the store, buy them the milk, bring it and drop it there. Okay? Spend your money whilst you're there. Let them know that you are being thoughtful of them, okay? To the busybodies who like to poke nose and not mind their business, please, I beg, respect your host's privacy. No snooping around. Don't intrude on their personal space. Don't know that, for example, if a husband and a wife like to sit down in the sitting room to have conversations at night, maybe they've gone out to work and they come back and being in the sitting room for an hour or 30 minutes just talking and gisting is something that they do, and you've noticed that they do it. When you know it's that time that they would want to sit down in the sitting room, don't now occupy the sitting room and you're watching TV and waiting for them to tell you, please excuse us. No, you already know, you will observe that this is what they like to do. You just borrow yourself the brain and then excuse yourself. Allow them to have that time to themselves. That shows respect. That's common courtesy. Okay? Don't monopolize the area. I'm using the sitting room as an example. It can be anywhere. So don't monopolize the area. Don't intrude in their privacy. Don't snoop. Don't go and be poke-nosing or be picking your ear when you hear Oga and Madam arguing. It's none of your business. Mind your business. You're just a house guest. Focus on your focus. Okay? This next one is another one that's, in fact, everything is everything. Everything is important here. But you see this next one? Please, when you visit a person, avoid inviting people over. Avoid inviting people over unless you seek your host's permission and you are 1000% sure they are okay with it. And you can tell by reading their body language or how quick or reluctant they are to giving you the answer when you ask and say, oh, I have a friend coming over. Is it okay for them to come? Listen to their body language because they may just be indulging you or just saying okay just to tolerate you just because they don't want to tell you no, but deep down they don't like it that you're inviting someone over to the house. Don't just invite somebody over to somebody else's house. That's the definition of rudeness and disrespect. So please ask the permission of your host because you never can tell, especially if your hosts are very private people who don't like people invading their privacy. And then, for example, if this person you want to bring is somebody that knows your host, let me give you a perfect example. Maybe you are a friend, a girl who went to visit her uncle and her auntie. So her uncle is married to a woman who is also her auntie. And then you visit and then you go and bring in, you now invite a girl who is just your friend without telling your uncle and your auntie that you're bringing somebody. Then you now bring in the girl. And the girl you are inviting is your uncle's side chick. And your uncle doesn't know. Imagine the casala that's going to bust in the house that day when your uncle sees the girl that you invited is his side chick. I rest my case. This next one is for my content creator people who like to content create. Everybody seems to be a content creator these days. Anyone with a phone and a light is a content creator. I'm not so sure why everyone wants to be a content creator. But please, content creators, please and please, don't use your host's home as your content creation hub. especially again if your hosts are very private people. You want to create content, the least you can do is ask them first if it's okay to use their space. Get their permission first if it's okay to use their space. And if they don't like it, please respect their privacy. Not everyone likes to show their homes. Not everybody likes to show their private spaces to the public. For different reasons best known to them, you cannot question it, and it's not your responsibility to question it. So if they say, oh, no, you can't, that means no, you can't. So don't do it. Okay? Thank you. The next house guest etiquette that I put here is keep the volume low. And I'm talking no loud phone calls, no screaming or shouting, even if you're angry at something or someone. No screaming, no shouting, no loud music. Watch TV at a reasonable volume. I said that earlier. No loudness. If you're a loud person naturally, tone it down. Okay? Bring it down many notches. It's not your house. It's not your territory. Respect your hosts. Okay? Thank you. This next one is very important because I believe that the people watching me today are elegant, excellent, high-value individuals. So when you go visiting someone this holiday season or any time of the year, please be tidy and orderly, especially if you are going to a home that is always very organized. Okay? Lay the bed when you wake up in the morning. Tidy up your environment when you litter. Don't make messes. When you make a mess, clean up after yourself immediately. You eat, please wash the dishes immediately. Don't keep it in the sink. And when you go to the sink and you meet dishes there, wash the dishes that you meet there. It shows that you are a thoughtful and a kind guest. Okay? So be tidy and orderly. Don't make a mess and leave it there. Clean up after yourself. Okay? The next one is don't overstay your welcome. You tell them you're coming to stay for 1 week. Let your 1 week be your 1 week. 2 weeks be your 2 weeks. I want to pass the night. Let it be the nights. Let it not be 4 nights or 5 nights. Again, remember what I said earlier. Your host needs to plan for your coming because now you are an extra responsibility they have to take care of. They have to think about what you're going to eat. They have to serve you. They have to consider the things that you like and ensure that their home is welcoming enough for you. So you need to be considerate of that. And every second you spend longer than the time that you have said you're going to spend, you are causing them more work. You're giving them more responsibility because now they have to worry about you. They have to stress about you. They have to be concerned about where you sleep, what you not sleep. The things, they just have, whether you think they're concerned or not, they are being bothered about it. So when you say you are done and be on your way. Okay, this next one that I've put here is leave things as you found them or better than you found them. Clean up the space, wash the bathroom. I remember when I used to visit my uncles when I was much younger. I would travel to different states just to visit my uncles in different parts of Nigeria. And I remember so well that they loved me so much because I'll go there. Oh my God, my mommy trained me. I'll clean, tidy up everywhere. I'll bring out my woman, I'll be housewife material skills. I will cook, I will clean, wash the bathrooms, do their laundry. I loved to do it and they liked me. Anytime I was leaving, they'd be like, you can't go. My uncle would be like, no, my cousins, no. Auntie Winnie, you can't go. My auntie, my uncle's wife, you cannot go. But I'm like, I have to go. And the reason why they loved me so much was because I was so handsy and handy. And I always also ensured that whenever I would leave, I would wash the bathroom, make the bathroom clean and sparkly, and then I would tidy up my bedroom where they had assigned for me to sleep. I'll tidy it up really nicely so that when they come, they don't have to bother themselves to clean up after you. Okay, so remember, leave things as you found them or better than you found them. 2 more house guest etiquettes before we call this a day. Don't take anything away that you didn't bring with you unless you expressly ask the permission of your host. All of you who will come to people's house and be like, oh, I like that thing. Don't steal it. Don't do that. Don't put it in your bag and think that your host will not notice. I promise you, they will. Especially if they have a personal connection with their space. They know every single detail. Don't take things that you didn't bring with you. And if you must take, ask. Chances are they will be willing to even give it to you. It's better to ask and they reject you than take it and then they notice that you stole they will never bring you back to their house. I promise you. And the final one that I've put down here on my list is send a gratitude note or gift expressing gratitude for their hospitality. This one is one that's going to keep you remembered for a long time. And the next time you want to come over, you don't even need to ask too much. They would invite you quickly. So once you're done and you're out, you've gone back to wherever you came from, send a text, send a note, or take it a step further, send a gift. Send them a gift to say, thank you for the warm hospitality. Thank you for being so kind with me. Thank you for ensuring that my stay is beautiful. Thank you for being thoughtful. Thank you for being generous. Thank you for the yummy meals I ate. Thank you for being good hosts. Just say thank you. What you are grateful for, you will continue to have so much more of. Those are all of the house guest etiquette that I have for you in today's video. If you think that I missed out anyone, please let's continue the conversation in the comment section down below. Leave me some more etiquette so that we can all continue to learn and level up together. I'll see you next time with another video. Until then, remember to stay very, very elegant. Bye.